Or I'm back. And maybe this my little Mikey Mike here is working. So let's do it this way. There we go. We'll clip it there like we don't know it exists. We just need good audio. So this is what I put together, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So after like 5 minutes of I'm trying to say scrolling. What's up, Sam? Found this on Twitter. I don't know how well it looks, and it is backwards, but I've seen it before, and I'm an anime fan. And I think this is something that like old heads like myself and we kind of don't want to see happen, but at the same time, I feel it's something that's kind of happening or been in anime fandom for a long time. Like people have this kind of romanticized version of what of what anime is, and anime anime is for the weird. I mean, it's always been for like weirdos and stuff like that. And to say that it's like the racist stuff or the just cool stuff, that's not really anime. I mean, if I really think about it, I mean, I obviously got my ass handed to me many times. Well, I'll say handed to me. I gave as good as I got, but yeah, a lot of controversy. You know, it's like Star Wars fans or really any fandoms of anything that was niche. It it wasn't the cool edginess that we like to make it out to be. And there's things about anime that I keep trying to tell people it's going to eventually go away. It's been going away. Like the etchy humor or the etchy anime shows. They we're getting less and less of them, and as personally as I get older, I want to see less and less of them because I just like what is it, gushing over magical girls. I've got no interest in it. I'm I'm all for it not existing, going away. It's it's too much. It's too much to be kind of trying to get it to go mainstream. Have I watched ReZero? I want to say I have. I feel like I have, but there's so many in that kind of isekai genre that they start to run together for me at some point. And if I can figure out how to, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what y'all make of it, but I I feel I'm in the minority of it's not exactly where I want anime to go, but it's where I see anime going. Because as things get popular and more people get into a culture or a fandom, it it starts to change and evolve with the new fans. What's up, Germ? How you doing? Didn't they just announce the start date for the Infinity Castle movie? I want to say that'll be probably at the beginning of spring anime, if I'm not mistaken, or the spring season, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, like I know, and kind of going back to the whole gushing over magical girls thing is that there have been people saying that, oh, that's a great what are they calling it, a great gatekeeping anime. There we go. I'd get it eventually. But here's the thing: is that I think there's kind of a balance that we don't exactly have with gatekeeping. Like, and a lot of people don't understand that you can't just have that all or nothing. Like, oh, I don't want anybody in unless they agree with me. Well, there's a video that I've been wanting to work on that I haven't really gotten down yet. But the basis of it is that like with like with any fandom, there, like, think of it like a pulse, like one you see in TV, and there's life when you see the the uh, the beeps and the pulses going across a screen, and that's how you know that there's life in a fandom, is when there's new people coming in and there's always a buzz about it. But if we ever get to a point to where it's just dead and nothing's happening, and then it's dying. And I'm kind of one of those that with anime, I'd rather see something than have nothing. And even if that something's not exactly what I agree with, I think I would really rather just see something in anime. What anime is not fun at first, but is very niche in the nice in the middle towards the end. Um, I don't know, man. With what anime is not fun at first, but is very nice in the middle towards the end. I don't know. What what is it? Nice and trying to think. I got a lot of anime in my head. Um, because normally if it's not fun at first, like I tend to drop them, especially when I started watching a lot more anime. Um, let's see. So it's this right here. So it's basically a on the go lavalier mic for my phone. It's it's how I get better audio than not just using this. I have I have multiple ways of thinking of how to do audio while I'm in the truck. Hell, even I even brought this along with me, but there's not really a good way for me to hook it up because right now what I was thinking to have good streams would be to use my laptop, but unfortunately my inverter in this truck is too small for complex appliances like that. So, but like technology for the phone and stuff has gotten better. Like I don't even really know if this is working right now because there wasn't a option. Actually, we can test this. If you hear me tap, like when I start tapping on this, if you hear it, let me know. Because if you don't hear it, then it's still just using the audio from my phone. which I was listening back to it a minute ago. It actually sounds fine, I guess, because I'm in kind of a condensed area. It actually sounds pretty good. Um, Still not great. Like, I'd still much rather be using this, but I can always figure that out. Yes. Okay. Cool. So it is. It is using it. Nice. Um. But yeah. Animes that start out, I guess, bad or it's okay. Well, I mean, it's something. It's something. It's not like my home setup, but I spent years researching and spending money on my home setup. My home setup's a lot better. Um, but since I'm now an OTR driver, the this is pretty much how I have to go about it, which is fine, right? Well, fine, relative term. It works. Trust me. I'd rather have much better audio, much better video. Hell, in reality, I'd rather be using the camera on the other side of the phone. Let's see. Um, Next thing I did see, and I ain't even seen this yet, but they just dropped a new Pokemon movie, and I swear they have waited way too long to bring this out. But let's look at it. Actually, we'll see if I get copyright struck for this. See, something similar to this is what I was gonna do for but it's being called Dragonite and the Postman. It looks really good, but I mean that is like I remember what was it? The first time I guess you can say that they showed something like that was Pokemon, the first movie with Mewtwo, and you had Dragonite delivering the letters to Ash and all them, and it was like, oh, that's really cool. And they've waited almost 20 years to make a Dragonite, Postman Dragonite movie. I mean, what the crap, man? That's something I would have loved to have seen when I was a kid, but I guess they're going back to pulling from old ideas. But I mean, they could have definitely had that way back when. I'm probably still going to go see it. I mean, it looks great. What's the best food to bring on a long drive? Oh dear Lord, man, that's a tricky question. I guess it depends on like how long the drive is, but let's just say an 8 hour drive. I definitely would have to go with some kind of like easy to eat snack food. So like beef jerky or M&Ms would be great. I think messy foods would be the worst, but chips are not bad. Yeah, just anything, any kind of finger foods like that. Pokemon was great, but at this point, they're just beating a dead. Not, not so, Germ. So you say they're beating a dead horse, but here's the way that I look at it. And it took me a minute to kind of come to this conclusion, but Pokemon is the most successful franchise in the world. Like, it makes the most money. It it branches out. It can literally do just about no wrong. Even with the designs that they've been making the last couple generations, they're not people's favorite designs, but this is something that you got to think of. They are someone's first generation, and that's kind of what the each generation to me now means, is that when they introduce a new generation of Pokemon, it's not just adding a new generation to the franchise, but that is going to be someone's first introduction into Pokemon. Like how Gen 1 was mine, and I will always have the softest place for Gen 1, even though that honestly the designs in Gen 1 aren't all that great, and a lot of it's just a lot of basic Pokemon. But it's always going to be like Gen 1's number one. I was there for the beginning. But you know, it each generation is someone's like new introduction into Pokemon, and Pokemon is probably one of the best ways to introduce a younger generation of kids to anime, because it's almost so perfect, because it has that action, it has the silliness of what anime is, it has a lot of what anime is without like just throwing them into the deep end with water, or throwing them to the deep end. And so yeah, I mean, Pokemon, I don't think they're beating a dead horse. I think it's a formula that works, and you know, it never really seems boring. Like my kid and her boyfriend, they love Pokemon, and they you know, she's never. Well, I tried to get her to play the games, but she never liked the games. So, but she loves the cards. She loves like kind of everything else but the games, which is hilarious to me, because I love the games, and I actually started getting some more Pokemon cards, because I like two of my favorites, Charizard and Greninja. Love the both of them. They're just badass. I don't know. I've always loved the badass looking Pokemon. Um, but yeah, yeah. I think more that Pokemon is a good introduction now for anime, even though people don't like to think of it as, oh, Pokemon's not anime. It's anime. Dragon Ball's better than Pokemon. Oh, so if man, it'd be hard to, if we're talking about fights. I think that you would be surprised. There are some niche fights that you can pull from Pokemon that look great. Like oh, let me see, let me pull up the Mewtwo Charizard fight, because I think that looks absolutely amazing. Like Pokemon Origins to me put Pokemon on a whole different level. Let's see. Mewtwo versus Charizard. Let's see. I don't want to run. Don't want to use people's videos that basically just ripped.
This is it.
You're all I've got left to count on. All right. How long is this? We're gonna test.
A legend passed down in the faraway college region since ancient days. If the bond between Charizard and its human partner is strong enough, the great force of power will well up.
Yeah, when it becomes Charizard X. Like, I love this fight.
Let's do this. And now it's time to finally settle.
I loved Origins. No, if you want to give me a like, there's a few Dragon Ball fights that I think would be kind of like top. Um, it's probably definitely going to be anything from Cell. I don't think there's a better fight in Dragon Ball other than like but I mean that was the best thing that happened during the Cell saga was the actual fight against Cell. Don't get me started on those Pokemon card sets now are just evolutions of Charizard. It seems like that. It really seems like that. The most expensive Pokemon card there is. Oh man, that's questionable right now. I know there is a. I know there's there were some beta Wizards cards that got discovered a while ago, but I think they're turning out to be fake. Surprisingly, you would be surprised that it's not gonna be like a Charizard or something like that. It's gonna be there's like niche. Well, I'll say niche cards, but like one-offs or champions cards. Those are the ones that are going to actually be the most expensive. I think the most expensive one is 10K, I want to say. Let's see. Like, I can show y'all some of the ones that I have. Let's see. So I started getting a few a little while ago. So I actually have a base set 2 Charizard. And then I bought this one right here, which hell you can't even really see it. Which is Obsidian's Flame Charizard. And I have intentions to actually resell some of these. Yeah, dang, some of those got expensive. but yeah. I can't. I'm not 100% because it's been a minute since I've actually gotten in or like learned a lot about Pokemon cards. Yeah, but that's graded, and that's got to be it's got to be graded. You got to be a PSA 10. The reality of it is that you're not going to have a lot of PSA 10 Charizards. I think there's a guy that owns the most PSA 10 Charizards in the world because it's I mean, hell, we didn't take care of our freaking cards, man, back then. I mean, grading wasn't exactly a thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Like, so I took a bunch of my old stuff when I decided that I was gonna do reselling Pokemon cards as a side hobby, and I took them and was gonna go trade them in, and I knew I was gonna kind of get ripped, but I took them and I like guy went through them and he was just like, yeah, a lot of them just aren't valuable or they're too damaged, and I was like, well, damn, that sucks. But ouch, man, all of them, that sucks. So I'll show you the worst anime that's airing right now. Don't remember if I've talked about this, but Jesus, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it, Matt. There it is. Maybe this will work now. Oh yeah, that works better. No, no backlight equals y'all actually get to see what the hell I'm showing you. But yeah, this freaking anime right here, the S rank monster, no behemoth daikado, neko to michigawarate elf musame, no pet to shite. Yeah, I have no freaking idea how to pronounce it, but it's the S ranked monster is a behemoth. Funny thing is, people are calling it an isekai. This is not an isekai. This is a reincarnation anime. I actually think it has it listed as an isekai. Let's see. Action, adventure, ecchi, fantasy. Here's the English version of it. Becky, now the elf straw cat is secretly an S rank monster. That's what it is. Well, I guess they didn't label it as an isekai. But in any case, people are calling it an isekai. It's not an isekai. It's a reincarnation anime because he does not get transported to another world. He just gets reincarnated as a cat. And the reason I say like this is one of those ones that I was talking about earlier, where it's like, oh, I don't like I don't know if anime is. I don't know if we need animes like this anymore. I mean, this is a pure gooner anime, and it's like I I don't think that I won't. I personally do not want to see it anymore, and it's not because I'm like so purist or that oh no that things like that don't need to exist just because I don't like it. It just I don't think it helps anime anymore. Like anime has deep roots in etchy and drawing naked women and stuff like that, and I get that. But at some point, I think we have to leave that kind of stuff behind. And this is just one of those where it's just like, hey, I want to fuck a cat. um, I what purpose does that truly serve? You know, it's it's like you're not telling a good story. You're not helping anime uh, advance in any way with storytelling, animation, or even pushing boundaries of really anything other than just that. Hey, we want to show a bunch of fan service, and I don't know. Like I'm not saying every anime has to do something along those lines, but it it just doesn't. I don't think it fits with where anime has progressed to and is going to continue to progress. So, um, so yeah, literally the worst show is the S ranked Monster Girl, or Monster Girl's pet is an S ranked behemoth, whatever the hell it's called. But that's what I got, guys. I know like this isn't like my normal quality or my normally what I kind of try to bring to the table, but I was curious to try this out. Uh, Definitely let me know with a thumbs up or thumbs down, or leave a comment. But it's been about 30 minutes, and I do got to get to bed because I got to be up at like 3 to start work. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed, and if this is something that y'all like to see me do, or y'all just want to be like, hey, don't stream like this ever again, wait till you get back and have your good quality stuff, I'll understand. I'll just keep making the shorts or little videos while I'm out on the road. But I would like to. I do want to like do more streams on the channel. So yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are. Either in the comments after this or in the community tab. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Let's see, how do I end this? No, that doesn't do that. There it is.